Does the world really seem to be ending soon, or is it simply speculation? Throughout Earth's lengthy history, various disasters have occurred. The Euphrates River has finally dried up, so what does this indicate for humanity's fate? Archaeologists have discovered some extremely interesting and unusual artifacts as the Euphrates has begun to dry up, such as a 3,400-year-old city, riches, an ancient fortress, and scary caves. Some have even speculated that these caves were jails. However, this is all supposition. Religious leaders have used passages from the book of Revelation as proof that the end times are approaching, although this is, once again, speculative. The drying of the Euphrates has both biblical and scientific significance, since many Christians are keeping an eye on the river because it is practically dry and because it is mentioned in a Bible text. To receive all of your answers, watch this video. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel, The Unknown Facts. Today, we will talk about when the Euphrates River dried up and this mysterious cave appeared. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on the amazing mysteries of science. The Euphrates is the longest river in Western Asia. It is also one of the most important rivers in history. This river was very important to many of the ancient people's ways of life. Now, it's not just a prophecy that the Euphrates River will dry up. It's already happening. With the Euphrates River drying up, many ancient discoveries have come to light, some of which have shocked the world. It is fascinating to learn that the Euphrates River is losing its flow, regardless of whether this phenomenon is caused by natural or political factors. The fact that it was predicted 2,000 years ago as one of the signs that the end times were drawing near is what makes it relevant. The 4 angels mentioned in Revelations that will be released to kill 1/3 of the population, the mountain of gold mentioned in the Quran, and the kings of the East who will start a war in Armageddon are a few examples of recent discoveries that provide religious evidence that they have prophesied thousands of years ago. Other examples include the discovery of the mountain of gold mentioned in the Quran. To begin, let's take a look at the prophecy from an Islamic point of view. It is believed that the last and final prophet Muhammad said that the end of the world will not come until the river Euphrates rises, which will show the mountain of gold that people will fight over. The fight will claim the lives of 99 out of every 100 people, and each guy who survives it will think to himself, "Perhaps I'm the only one still alive in Islam." Several hadiths attributed to Prophet Muhammad predict that the Euphrates River would run dry, opening the door to undiscovered treasures that will lead to discontent and conflict. Because the wealth, the mountain of gold, will soon be revealed by the river Euphrates, it is imperative that those who are present at the moment refrain from stealing anything from it. The prophecy regarding this gold mountain has been taken in a variety of different directions. Nevertheless, recent findings have made it possible for it to be taken more literally. Along the banks of the Euphrates River, numerous gold deposits have been found. Now let's discuss the discovered gold mine. Right after the Euphrates River dried up in December 2020, a massive gold mine in the region of Sagut was uncovered. Its value is estimated to be close to $6 billion, according to Hudson Payaris, the president of Turkey's agricultural credit cooperatives and the Euphrates fertilizer-producing firm. This discovery, which occurred shortly after the Euphrates River dried up, fueled speculation regarding the mountain of gold promised by Prophet Muhammad. Poyraz, Turkey's chief of agricultural credit corporations, stated that this gold will be extracted within the next 2 years and will greatly benefit the Turkish economy. The major problem with this argument is that the scriptures claim the river will reveal the mountain of riches, yet the gold mine was placed a little further away from the river. Many of Prophet Muhammad's prophecies have come true, including his prediction that poor Arabs in the middle of the desert would compete to build the tallest skyscrapers, which led to Dubai, and now Saudi plans for even taller structures. Despite the fact that this may be a conflict, other recent finds by archaeologists hint at the prophecy, such as this one in which villagers near the Euphrates River discovered gold in the form of a pebble. However, there may be gold trails leading to the mountain, who knows? On the other hand, buried cities and tunnels have been discovered beneath the Euphrates River in Iraq's Kurdistan region. An old metropolitan area was uncovered by a group of archaeologists from all around the world. It is believed that the city is approximately 3,400 years old and that it was established somewhere between 1475 and 1275 BC. 100 old clay tablets were uncovered by an international team of anthropologists that include Germans and Kurds. In the course of further investigations, a mud brick wall, a palace, multi-story buildings, towers, and gigantic structures were discovered. According to research conducted by the University of Freiburg, the origins of the city date back to the Bronze Age during the Mitanni Empire era. It's possible that this was the site of the ancient city of Zakiku in the vicinity of 1350 BC. An earthquake came dangerously close to destroying Zakihu. The expansive city with the palace and a lot of other large structures may date back centuries. The town of Zakihu was rumored to have played a significant role in the Mitanni Empire. Many followers of Christianity are under the impression that this is the location of the Cave of Bound Angels that is revealed in the Revelations. The Revelations state that the angels will release themselves from their bonds in the Euphrates River and then proceed to wipe out 1/3 of the human population on Earth. Scholars of the Christian faith are of the opinion that these unexplained caverns have been inhabited by demons for many years. What leads you to believe this is what they believe? The following is the most alarming prophecy that is found in chapter 16 of the Bible, and it relates to these demons. Unbind the 4 angels who have been held captive in the Euphrates River. Because angels are unable to be contained in any way, scholarly Christians are led to assume that the beings in question are demons rather than angels. Since angels are innocent creations and one of the tenets of faith in Islam and the eyes of Allah, they cannot be imprisoned. The caverns in question likely served as a place of confinement for the 4 demons described in the Christian narrative. But we are aware that the one and only Almighty possesses the utmost knowledge and wisdom in the universe. Scholars and scientists can only speculate because nobody has any solid evidence to back up their claims. Several civilizations, including the Mesopotamian Empire, have existed near the Euphrates banks in the past. Babylonian was one of the most important languages in the Fertile Crescent. The empire was located directly between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. That's because the region took use of the river during the time and thrived along it. The river, which runs for 1,740 miles and is considered Asia's longest, is now located in Iraq. The river runs through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq before joining the Persian Gulf. As people have colonized areas particularly close to the river, disrupting its natural path, the river basin has developed alongside the rest of the earth. It was claimed hundreds of years ago that whoever controlled the river's water would be the most successful. Babylon was one of the first cities to benefit from the Euphrates River. The city got massively powerful. The book of Revelation predicted that the river would dry up as a sign of the end times. All social classes, including sheiks, diplomats, and even members of parliament who returned to their fields after weeks in Baghdad, suffer, while the impoverished suffer the most. All of these factors have piqued the interest of scientists. The Euphrates River has been monitored by experts to determine what is causing it to dry up. What do you believe they discovered on the dry riverbed when they were conducting their research? During the investigation, archaeologists noticed that the water routes had moved, which showed that there had been droughts, floods, and times of no water in the past. Places that used to have food and water for people and animals are starting to run out of both again. Each country that shares a border with the river, like Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, adds a significant amount of water to it. Still, Turkey is the main source. Even though the Euphrates River has been used for a lot of different things in the past, and is still used for a lot of different things, it still gives people drinking water, helps grow crops, is used in industry, and is used for recreation. Because of how important the river is, the 3 countries agree on how to use it. This shows how important the river is to the health of every country around it. Syria, Turkey, and Iraq are all next to it. As each country's population grew, water use became more and more important. The race for water. After that, it became a problem. So Syria and Turkey had to build dams to stop floods and have a backup plan for when there isn't enough water to drink. Even more, people wanted these projects and power plants to be built. The natural evaporation of the 2 rivers whenever they passed the dry plains in Iraq and Syria made the water pool up. As each country worked towards its own national development, dams were built on the river, which made the water loss even worse. Turkey built 19 power plants and 22 dams. Because of this plan, dams were built in 9 provinces to stop flooding and provide electricity, drinking water, and irrigation water. After these things happened, Syria and Iraq said that the Turkish government had blocked the flow of the Tigris and Euphrates to get what it wanted. The water from the river had to be split up. After the Lausanne Treaty, there had to be rules about how all the water was used. One place couldn't use all the water for itself and left the other places without any. So what makes the Euphrates River so special? The Euphrates River was also the limit the Lord put on how much land the prophet Abraham could have. Nimrod started the religion of Babylon, and the Tower of Babel was built as an insult to the highest God. Both of these things happened near the Euphrates River. In the area where the Euphrates River is, a lot of important things happened in the Bible. However, the fact that the Euphrates River is drying up has led to a lot of questions. Some biblical scholars think that the drought and the disappearance of the Euphrates and Tigris rivers are signs of Christ's second coming. These claims are based on speculation, but there is some evidence to back them up. This is because the Bible's book of Revelation shows proof that the end of the world is getting close. Some land ruins have also been found because the Euphrates River has dried up. In Babylon, there was and still is a tunnel under the Euphrates River. Not as well known as the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, but just as impressive, is the fact that a tunnel was built beneath Babylon. Do you think these tunnels lead to the royal palaces of ancient Babylon, or are they where angels are kept? People are also thinking about land ruins that have become visible on the ground because water levels have dropped so much. Also, some tunnels have been found in the ruins, and many of them are thought to be from ancient Babylon. Another picture shows the underground network of tunnels, or tunes, which are becoming more visible as the water level goes down. However, the more researchers look into this issue, the more they find that these tunnels are now roads that connect ancient Babylon's royal palaces. So, is it possible to accurately forecast most of these indications, or are they all signs of the rapture? Do you think the world is ending because the signs in the book of Revelation are coming true, or do you think there will be more signs of the end of the world? Can somebody tell me what the indications signify, whether the rapture is near, how close is it, and when it will happen, because the Bible says that only God knows where the end is and not even the sun? Share your thoughts on the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.